Hey, Vienna.
Hi, Steve.
So, finally, we are here again.
I know, it's been so long.
Yeah. And we actually met on a set for Fumigalli
Yes, we did.
a little over a year ago.
It's been almost 2 years.
Wow, time is flying.
I know.
And we did the first scene for this series, Teen Breeders.
Yeah, I know, and it was up for an award, and now here I am doing this second feature for his next movie, and I'm thrilled and honored to be a part of it, and I'm so excited to be working with you again, obviously. I haven't been able to work with you on another set other than this for some reason.
Can we tell the audience a secret?
Sure, what's the secret?
So we had the chance to have sex in the meantime, but it was not on camera, so...
That's true. Yeah.
So I always enjoy having sex with you. You're a lovely, sexy young lady.
Thank you.
And I'm very excited to shoot another scene today with you.
I know, I'm very much looking forward to working with you again and getting a chance to have sex. I love Steve, and I don't know, I think you were one of my first, official boy girls, and it was just so much fun for me, and I just loved it. So,
I remember you were pretty brand new when we shot.
Yeah.
And just talking about having sex with you gets me excited. My dick is starting to grow.
Oh my goodness.
And so you were brand new when we did our first scene. I didn't have my YouTube channel back then. That's why we didn't do an interview.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you shot a lot in the meantime.
I have. I've been pretty busy. I've shot my first anal since then and my first DP. I was sad you weren't a part of that first DP, Steve.
Yeah. I wish I would have. By the way, you are on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I remember we were on a set together where we didn't shoot together, where we didn't have sex together.
It was for Anne.
It was for Pure Taboo.
Yeah.
And today is, let's mention that, for Teen Fidelity, for Fumigalli, the director, who also, it was one of his first porn movies he shot.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and he got nominated in the first year for an Vienna award.
I know, he's an impressive director. You know, when I seen the movie finally come out and it was all put together, I was very impressed with the outcome. I didn't expect it. I mean, obviously, I don't know, my idea of porn wasn't what that was, and then to see it come out so...
Artistic.
Artistic and in a more cinematic light, it was very impressive, and I just felt like, I was glad to have been a part of that.
He's not just quote unquote just a director. He shoots camera himself, he edits himself, he does the whole creative process. He comes up with all these weird scenarios. I was also impressed when I saw the results.
Yeah. He's definitely one talented individual, and I think I agree with you. I think it takes a certain kind of person to not only direct but take on the entire creative process and try to do that on your own and make things happen. Sometimes for certain people that can be overwhelming, but he was able to come up with this idea and make it a reality and then put it on screen. So
and he shoots what I also appreciate with limited means. He doesn't have like that Pure Taboo set where we were, where they have like endless money on crew, on equipment, on time. He does everything himself, and the result looks like a big production.
Right. And I mean, it really kind of leaves you speechless because you do see just how many people it takes on those big productions to make things like that happen. So to know that there's only one person behind the scenes, that's just, that's incredible that someone can handle all those things at once. I guess that's a whole new level of multitasking.
Yeah, I agree. So I don't know the scenario of today. Somehow I think he has something in mind that like closes the circle from our first scene to the last one. I'm curious about hearing it when I just arrived. And after the scene, we both know more. I hope you're not going to kill me. Every girl in this movie wants to kill me. I must be such a bad lover.
Right, Steve you're a bad man, I suppose. I hope I don't have to kill you, Steve. I don't know how good I'd be at that. It'd be hard for me to murder you. Maybe I'll passionately murder you, Okay. It'll come from a place of love. Yes.
Okay, so my dear, let's get focused and for our shoot. And then we talk after the scene about the ending of this movie.
Sounds great to me.
Okay, I send you a big kiss on all of your lips and talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Unfortunately, we have to cover. You remember when we shot that little clip on the set for Pure Taboo? Mm-hmm. And you were lifting your dress, so cute. But I had to zoom in post, so we cannot see your vagina because YouTube doesn't like vaginas.
Yeah, they are anti-vagina.
By the way, YouTube. By the way, not YouTube, but viewers on YouTube. I want to thank you because my channel got so many new subscribers and so many views in May and in June. We are now June 13th while we record this. I don't know exactly when I'm going to upload it. I got over 5 million views and like 15,000 subscribers just in 1 month.
Oh my God.
Yeah?
That's a lot of people.
A lot of people. And also the percentage of women rose from 0.2% at the beginning to 37%, which is, I like when not only guys watch porn on behind the scenes porn, but everybody in the community. So a lot, and that my strongest country is India. So thank you women from India to boost up my channel. Thank you.
Getting those engagements.
But most of us thank you, Vienna. I had such a great time with you.
Thank you, Steve. It was my pleasure.
I know that you are talented as an actress. You did a lot of feature but when we had sex and when you came, it looked real.
It felt real. I try to always, I feel like for me, and I tell people this often, for me the most important thing about my job, and I guess for myself, even without porn, is just that I want to be able to give the people watching the most real experience I can, because I feel like they deserve that. And I remember when I very first started, someone had commented on, how real they felt my performance looked. And I just have always tried to stay true to that throughout my whole career.
But you also genuinely like what you're doing, because we had
I do.
It's a feature what we were shooting, and so it has a lot of downtime and waiting time, and we filled this time with sex off camera.
Yes, we did. And I do genuinely love what I do. I enjoy being able to make people feel good. I feel like for me, sex is just so special and intimate, but it's I feel like when people hear you say that it's special, they might wonder, well, if it's so special, why do you share it, or why do you do it with everyone? But I just feel like for me, I feel like everybody deserves to be made to feel special. And I feel like when I'm having sex with somebody, I want them to just feel cared about and safe and pleasured and just...
I compare sex always with food.
Yeah.
I mean, it's special and it's necessary. You can't survive without food. Humanity cannot survive without sex.
No.
But at the same time, it's a daily routine. And at the same time, you can have bad food and you can have bad sex.
Yeah.
And you can have great food and you can have great sex. And with you, it's great sex.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's necessary, it's important, but on the other hand, it's also something ordinary because everybody has sex, everybody fucks. We have 10 billion people on this world. If not everybody would fuck, there wouldn't be so many.
Right, exactly.
So this people say, okay, it's sacred. I don't believe in any religion, so for me nothing is sacred. But it is special. But at the same time, it's something totally ordinary. Everybody does it. And it's fun.
Exactly. And I think, I think like you said, it's something that everybody needs. And it goes hand in hand with every other part of intimacy, you know? Like, I just feel like it's a part of, like you said, it's a part of life. I don't know. Sex is just great. I couldn't imagine my life without sex. I think about incels sometimes, and I feel very sorry for them. I could not imagine being involuntarily celibate.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's also very, very different. Some people don't care much about food.
Right.
Some people don't care much about sex.
Right, that's true.
And some people have like a stronger sex drive, or some people travel the whole world just to get great food, and other people wouldn't, they just go to the next McDonald's around the corner. They don't care. So yeah, I love good food. I've been around the world. Just in porn, I shot in 21 different countries, but I have been in much more countries, before I was in porn. And I love to find the best food everywhere I go, and I love to have sex with beautiful women everywhere I go.
Right, and that's another thing I was gonna say. I had forgot is that we were talking about it being special and all these other things, but I feel like who says you can't have a special experience with more than one person? I mean, I feel like to say, okay, I'm only gonna allow myself to have an intimate experience with one person is denying yourself of something. That's doing yourself a disservice, because I mean, you should want to go out and experience all the people that you can, because if you just have sex with one person forever, you're only going to know what it's like to have sex with that one person forever.
And actually, if you have more experience, you can have also better sex for that one special person. You can make him or her happier because you have experience. Experience. Every other job, they say, oh, this guy's experienced as a painter, he's experienced as a mechanic, it's something good. And the same in sex, it's good to be experienced.
Right. Like, there are people that, especially as a woman, there are people that will try to make you feel ashamed of having lots of sexual experience, but I take pride in it, because I feel like not only do I know my body, but I know my partner's body, like if I'm engaging in sex with someone, then I'd like to think that I know what they need, or I'm able to be aware of the things that they do need. I try to be very receptive to that during sex.
Actually, you're very good at this, and I have to say, since the last time we had sex, which is over a year ago, you got better, even though you were great back then.
Thank you.
But I can tell that experienced in between. I mean, you probably had 500 times sex since then.
Yes.
So and I enjoyed it back then, but I enjoyed it even more today.
Right, and I'm very grateful that this industry allows me to experiment freely and safely with my sexuality and with other people, because I think that is another reason why people outside of porn probably don't have as much sex, because there is that stigma around, well, obviously having multiple partners, but also just you got to be careful, you know, because people aren't getting regularly or tested regularly like we are, and so things can be dangerous. But like I said, I think I'm extremely thankful for porn, because I think for me it was a huge outlet, because I was very sexual, but I was very introverted and shy and not as confident in my sexual ability, and so it was hard for me to express myself, especially with men, because I wasn't sure how to be very open about it. And so now I feel like porn has allowed me to really come into my sexuality and come into who I am as a woman. So I'm very grateful for that aspect.
I love this statement, which sounds like perfectly written down, but it came spontaneously. Another thing what I realized, there's a big misconception about pornography. A lot of people think that, especially the girls in porn are pushed into it. They talk about human trafficking and all this bullshit. What a lot of people don't realize, it's really liberating, because here you can, as a young woman, you make decent money, you get respected, you get treated well, and you can live out your sexuality in a way which you could never do outside of this business.
Exactly. So I feel like it has been a huge outlet and a huge contributing factor to the person I am today, and I feel like it's given me more confidence and just more pride in my sexuality. Before, I used to be very embarrassed, and I was even a little bit of ashamed of some of the things that I was into, because I felt like I was weird or not normal, or
because everybody lies about
the things
their
they like.
Sexuality, because they don't want to be looked down upon.
Yeah.
So then if I want to do this, I don't know, am I weird? Am I sick? Am I perverted?
Right.
But no, you're normal, but everybody else is lying.
Right, and that's the thing. I feel like for me, porn has allowed me to be my just unapologetically perverted. Like, I feel like at heart I am very much a pervert, and I love that I am able to just wholeheartely embrace that in porn. So that's really great for me, and I feel like that's why it works to my advantage a lot. Because,
dear Vienna, you are beautiful, you're very intelligent, you are extremely sexy, you're going to have a huge career for as many years as you like. You know, some women stop after 2 years, some women can be 20 years in the business. It's totally up to you. I hope we have the chance to shoot together many, many more times.
I know, me too.
And I thank you very much. We just found out that you live very close to a golf platz I like to play at. So maybe I see you around.
I sure
there.
hope so.
Next time I'm done golfing, I'm gonna call you.
Okay, you better.
Bye. And thanks again for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet and you like this clip, then please do so. And I see you, or you see me, I don't see you, but you see me on my next episode of Steve Holmes Porn on YouTube. Thank you.